Back of a multi-party negotiation that we've conducted to produce a financial sector charter, we've had, particularly in relation to opening of low-cost bank accounts, a very significant increase in the number of South Africans who've participated in this process. So today there's anything up to 4 or 5 million South Africans who previously were completely unbanked who are banked, and these numbers are increasing every year. So we sit at about 63 to 70% of people who would have banking accounts, which are called Mzansi accounts, which are specially designed to be low cost and to be affordable. Similarly, there are moves now to get micro-insurance going. There's a fairly significant micro-lending industry that's fairly well managed at this point. Of course, there's an informal sector as well. And there's a very rich culture of community level savings, which is quite extensive in both urban and rural communities in South Africa as well. But there's still a lot of work to do.
It seems that the government has recognized that banking services and financial services in South Africa are not the cheapest, and that this has been thought of and the Mzansi account has been established. What do you believe are some of the economic benefits of extending financial services to all citizens?
Well, clearly, firstly, you have a level of inclusion. Secondly, you increase savings and the savings culture, whether you are middle class or amongst the poorer sections of the community. Thirdly, the ability to both save and have access to credit enables you to undertake different types of economic activity, including saving for building an extra room in your house or saving for your child's education. Now, even in that regard, government has played a role in creating a special account which sort of supports people in saving for education, for example. So it's quite a crucial factor to get greater economic inclusion. But what we do require is for the bigger formal banks to become participants in this process as well and take slightly greater risks in providing credit in particular, but other types of appropriate financial services to the poorer people.
On a slightly different note, Minister, to what extent do you believe Africa is involved in global financial decision-making? Are we incorporated in these structures?
Well, the central bank governors, for example, meet in their own right. The finance ministers meet in their own right. We do have a committee of 5 governors and 5 finance ministers that works with South Africa as the G20 representative. The African Union and its commission is now represented within the G20 fora as well. NEPAD is also represented within the G20 fora. So the African voice is heard. It's heard at the level of Basel as well, not as prominently as it should be. These conversations are still dominated by the big players, particularly amongst the G7, G8 countries, and there needs to be a stronger voice from the smaller developing countries in these fora.
Finally, Minister, moving forward, what tangible steps are we going to see to make financial inclusion real in South Africa?
Well, as we move towards getting micro-insurance going, and secondly, as we get savings products that are less costly, and this is something that we're working on currently. Thirdly, we want to take a very tough look at the charges within the financial sector and the kind of extraction that actually takes place, which diminishes the final savings amount that a person comes up with. And fourthly, to get more appropriate products for different income categories in South Africa, all of which is work in progress, and within the next year to 2, we'll begin to see the results of that.